I used to say that I didn't care about making money in on-chain gaming. I said it was all about the fun. After all, gaming is primarily about fun, and for most people, gaming's not about making money. However, at this point, if you're in on-chain gaming, if you've been doing the crypto gaming NFT thing for years, you probably should make some money. Like, you deserve it. You've been here for a while. Or maybe you're new to the space, and that's okay too. The point is, like, if you're here right now, especially if you've been here for a while, why not? Why not take advantage of some of the opportunities going on? So, this is a video. First time I'm doing one like this. Maybe we'll do this about once a month, twice a month, where I just want to talk about the main on chain gaming opportunities, the alpha. What can you do? And it's not like buy this coin and it's going to 100x and you're going to be rich. That stuff's all pretty much a scam. I'm talking more about like what is the list of things that I'm personally looking at, spending time on, spending money on? What am I excited about for the next month? Let me share that with y'all. And let me tell you something. We got like all the links and all the stuff right here, okay? So it's like first thing in the morning. I sound a little sleepy. That's why. But let's dive right in. I got my notes on my laptop over here. I literally got my computer, my secondary device here. So we should be good. All right, let's get right into it. So, number one thing, if you're looking for alpha and you're playing on chain games, I think is Seraph. This is not a TCG. This is an ARPG in the Diablo 2 style, kind of like Diablo 2. But man, they have done a few playtests recently, and it's just a really good game. It's a really good game. It's got a lot of content. It's just like Diablo 2. It kind of feels like ever since Lost Relics, and I've talked about this in a few videos recently, ever since Lost Relics, we have been waiting for the next great on-chain ARPG because Relics didn't quite live up to the potential, and Seraph really seems like it's it. What I recommend doing if you want to get into the next playtest, which, by the way, rumors have it next playtest will enable play to earn. So that's the big thing here. It's not just like keep an eye on it eventually. It's like supposedly the next playtest will have play to earn. So this is that first chance to get in and start getting those real on-chain rewards. And because Seraph's early NFTs, they did some free mints, particularly something called the Seraph Priority Pass. They have gone crazy. The Priority Pass went from a free mint to like 3 ETH. It's insane. So Seraph has a lot of hype. If you want to get in, the best thing to do, I'm not really the plug here. Kingaman is the guy to follow. You can follow him on Twitter, and I really recommend joining his Discord, watching his stream. He gives away tons of codes for Seraph and for other on-chain ARPGs and Souls-likes. That's really his area of expertise. So I strongly recommend going to Kingaman's channel and watching some of his streams as one way. But yeah, whatever you got to do, try to get into the Seraph playtest. I think it's going to be juicy. And I think by the time people start posting about it, it's going to be a little too late, right? Like by the time you see people posting about it, if it is juicy, it's going to be too late maybe to get into that playtest. So I'll try to get some codes from my community as well for you guys who watch. But yeah, King of Man is the guy to follow. Next up, you guys probably heard me talk about this. Y'all heard me talk about this. Goons. Goons of Battletrune. Long story short, I'm super bullish on Goon Wars. They are a sponsor of the channel, so hashtag ad in my general relationship with them. But they are not paying me to say this. This is me saying this just because I've noticed it and I think it's really cool. I'm getting excited. A lot of these on-chain card games don't have sealed product, so you can't buy and sell closed booster packs. But Goon Wars does. And they only have one set of cards right now called the Genesis set. The supply of cards in the Genesis set is pretty low, and there's a bunch of packs. It's like the final supply of everything. I think Goon Wars, without getting super into the details for this video, is super underpriced, both in terms of these closed packs, especially the silver packs, which have 5 cards in them. Those brown packs only have 1. They have the same drop rate. The closed packs, as well as the cards, a lot of these cards, like this one costs 20 cents, and it's not a very good card, punch back. This one happens to not be very good. Oh, I feel like I need some water. Direct to camera, no edits. So that's right. You got to deal with me grabbing a glass of water. I know. Someone already clicked out of the video. We lost them. That's okay. No alpha for them. The point is, when you look at this, 18 cents, 21 cents, just for an example, This card's supply is under 2,000. And all the cards, I could go around and start showing all the details, but just trust me, you can see the supply over here. All the cards have around a 1,700 supply, so below 2,000. And that's just for the commons. Basically, it's a small Genesis set. The collectibles have been implemented on chain very well. They've committed to not reprinting anything. It's final supply. There are shiny variants that are very rare. So there's a lot going on here. I think if you're collecting NFTs, and especially if you're collecting stuff in on-chain TCGs, you should highly consider maybe taking some of the rewards you get from other games like Parallel, Gods Unchained, Champions, whatever. Maybe consider rolling some of those into Goons packs and Goons cards. I am in the accumulation stage for Goon Wars. I'm being nice by telling you guys about it, because for me, I really just want to shut up and buy as much as I can, as low of a price as I can. I feel like this is a great collector's opportunity. Goon Wars TCG. Again, I have partnered with them to make gameplay content, but all the stuff about the collecting is really me just having noticed it since I started working with them. So full disclosures on that, but I think it's heavily worth considering. Next up, you guys might be surprised about number 3, but I still think Gods Unchained cards are an opportunity. I don't think Gods Unchained cards are a short-term opportunity, but I think, and most of you guys know, but if you don't, Token Trove is the best website to buy Gods Unchained cards, the best secondary marketplace. There might be some other options out there, but a lot of the other options have actually closed down. I've always been a huge fan of Token Trove, one of the best marketplaces I've seen for any on-chain gaming stuff, and they have a lot of Immutable X games, not just Gods Unchained. But to get to the details, I've said it a bunch of times. I'll say it again briefly here. I do believe Gods Unchained assets are in a bad place in the short term. The next 3 to 6 months are not looking good. I mean, a simple example of this is Demogorgon, one of the card's most infamous cards, one of the game's most infamous cards. Used to cost $2,000, used to be like half of an ETH, and now it's down to 0.05. It's down to like 10% of its former ETH price and 10% of its former USD price. It's just down extremely bad. In the short term, I think we're going to see more carnage from cards like Demogorgon, cards like Jason, which is crazy to see it down at 150, and even other sets like Light's Verdict, for example, which has cards like Martyr of White Plane. Oh, I have it filtered for Genesis. Martyr of White Plane, which I am actually shocked that this is $66. I spent $150 per card on this when I was trying to whale out when I was first grinding Gods Unchained. I made a lot of my collector's mistakes with Gods Unchained. It is wild to see this card at $66. This went from an essential card in one of the game's strongest and most expensive decks into just a niche card that rarely sees play. It's actually wild. But the point is, a lot of these cards, and one example I often give is the avatar of cards. So if you look at avatar, just go into Meteorite for simplicity. This is a set of cards from the Genesis set in Gods Unchained. They all are legendaries with a supply of about 2,000 meteorites and a negligible amount of shadows, golds, and diamonds, which we can talk about if we're going in the weeds. Not for this video, though. This is a great example. Like, if I spent $1,000 just buying the floor of this set of cards and I held them for 3 to 5 years, I would think of that as an example of how I could buy into Gods Unchained. If I was holding on to cards like and the thing is, the meta is in a really interesting place. So historically it would have been Demogorgon. I feel like Demogorgon might be a good buy at this price. It's gotten so low. Light's Verdict cards, as well as class legendaries from all the sets, so stuff like Tides of Fate, the newest set in Gods Unchained. Basically, the rarest and most impactful cards in the meta, especially rare legendaries, cards that are used to enable archetypes. So a great example would be a card like Arandian or Mayday, or the big one right now, Francesca, who might be overpriced compared to the other ones. But bro, look at that circulation, 487. Imagining a world where Gods Unchained in 5 years is thriving. Right now, this looks overpriced. This could be worth $5,000 or some shit, right? Because it's the only way you can really play top tier Atlantean aggro mage, and there's 500 of them. So if the game had 100,000 daily players, that could be a crazy value, right? So there's stuff all over the Gods Unchained meta, and I really should do a video where I think it through, take some notes, and like walk you guys through the whole thing. Like, I just did a very fast version. I should do maybe a a more full 10, 20 minute, 30-minute walkthrough of the Gods Unchained meta for collectors, kind of how I think about it. But I do think there's a lot of opportunities if you're planning on holding for years, and especially if you're a whale who's investing in a variety of projects. I do think Gods Unchained might be a big, kind of risky, but it has a lot of upside potential. If it goes well, Gods Unchained could still be the historically first on-chain TCG. Like, the Genesis set of Gods Unchained could be the closest thing we have to a Magic the Gathering alpha set or holographic base set Charizards from Pokemon. Like, and you could even think of it as, like, my friend Hugo has told me, like, what if you think of diamonds as like PSA 10s? Golds are kind of like PSA 9, 9.5. Shadows like an 8 to a 9, and Meteorite is like somewhat damaged. Like, you can really, there's a lot of interesting stuff with the Gods Unchained market. Moving on for now. How are we doing? Yeah, we're getting into it, but this is good. This is a video for people who are looking for opportunities. This is not one for people looking for a little light entertainment. I mean, some of you guys might find this entertaining, but yeah, this is one where I'm really happy to go in the weeds a little bit, although we're trying to keep it light on each topic so we don't get too sucked into any one. So next opportunity for the esports folks. I still really think Champions is where you want to be. Another hashtag ad. I'm not afraid to pump up my partners when I think it's the right thing, when I think it makes sense. I've been working with Champions all year. The thing about Champions, as you can see, there's a lot of people playing. They got a lot of fun stuff. You can like spectate games. This is built in right away. I can just look at random people's games and just spectate. The strong suit of this game is that development is amazing. They've added so many features, and the features work really well. The big thing with them is that they have esports tournaments built into the game, so you can join a tournament and play the tournament all inside the browser. They're giving away about $1,000 worth of prizes a week in free tournaments. There's a $75 tournament every day and a weekend event with $500 of prizes. And that's in crypto, that's cash. Like, you're getting paid in that much money worth of the token. So all you got to do is transfer the token to your token of choice, and then you can spend it however you wish. It's not like in-game NFTs. They do give away some of those, but like the $1,000 a week is actual cash prizes. So for esports competition, I think no one else is close. Champions has the most accessible esports events, and meta decks in this game cost oftentimes under $100, or maybe for some really fancy shit, you're in the $200, $250 range. Like, very affordable, great esports. I think that's the move for the esports folks. Now, for more pure play to earn, as well as some higher end, more expensive competitive opportunities with bigger prize pools, no one is beating Parallel right now. I told you guys about it. The information from my video a few weeks ago is still active. Like, if I pull an Audible real quick and just load it up in the second monitor, I will show you exactly. I'm not going to go too deep on this because I explained exactly what to do about a week ago, and the details have not changed. So if you want to play to earn in Parallel, starter decks cost about $35. You can make your money back in about 4 or 5 days, and then you can make like $10 a day. It's pretty fucking easy if you're willing to do the work. Here it is 8 days ago. This video, Parallel TCG's PDE is amazing right now. I walk through everything, explaining exactly what you need to do with some nice simple notes. So if you want to play to earn, and if $10 a day for an hour or two a day of gameplay is exciting to you, you should do this today. You should do this now. You just got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. If you have some friends in the space and you don't have the money for a starter deck, try to get someone to buy one for you and pay them back. Like, I don't know, whatever you got to do, because this is the best play to earn opportunity in crypto gaming right now. I'm not that familiar on the Ronin Axie stuff. That's all very deep. I don't have a full mastery of Axie, so maybe there's other stuff there. Aside from that, I'm pretty confident this is the best play to earn in all of on-chain gaming. And even in Axie, I doubt it's better in terms of like making your money back in 4 days and then $10 a day. It's just really good. So the Parallel play to earn thing is still going strong. And then lastly, I've been telling you guys a little bit. Most of y'all are too broke. You can't afford this one. I get it. I'm too broke as well. I'm surprised I was able to get in. Got a good deal on a baby Kong and rolled with it. But if you can, you should get into Kongs. If you're investing and you're trading at a level of like a couple $1,000s a month or beyond, I think you need to be in Wall Street Kongs. The level of information and value, like the amount of alpha and new projects I find out about, and the quality of knowledge and of experience in that community of the people I can ask get opinions from, get ideas from. There is just nothing even slightly close to what I've seen in Cyberkongz. It is a truly amazing community. I fucking love Cyberkongz. So if you are in that place where you're trading a couple thousand a month or more and you're in that kind of higher end NFT trader place, you need access to Wall Street Kongs. The two ways to get in are a level 10 Cyberkongz VX, which the floor is around 0.4, or a Cyberkong Baby, which is around 0.8. You can take a quick look at them live since we're doing a more chill video anyway. Yeah, so the VX, you want to go down on the left side. You want to filter for level. My camera's covering it up to the. If you go to level down here, just filter it for 10 to 20, and you'll see that, yep, so there's one at 0.4, one at 0.45, then it's 0.55. These are pretty much the cheapest tickets to get into the Wall Street Kongs community, which is the private community. And then if I can calm myself down enough to type it, looks like babies are making a little bit of a recovery, which is nice. They're around 0.9 right now. These tend to sit around 1 ETH, it feels like. I joke about babies being a 1 ETH stablecoin. Kind of feels like that's like where the market is comfortable for them right now. These will also get you into Wall Street Kongs. Personally, I have one baby, and I have a VX, so I don't have any huge holdings. It's a pretty expensive stuff for my level of net worth right now, but it's been my biggest investment in all of crypto, has been going into my Kongs stuff, and I have no regrets. It's been an amazing decision. If you're not in Kongs yet and you're trading, buy a Kongs, get into Wall Street Kongs. And yeah, that's it. That's my 6 pieces of alpha. So to recap, and I'll put all these links in the description as well. I just started exiting my tabs, and I just reopened them. Wait, no, I have to put them in the description. To recap, the on-chain alpha for April 2024, Flux's take. Number 1, get into the Seraph playtest. I think Seraph playtest is about to get really juicy. I just have a feeling. If not this one, then one of them coming soon. Number 2, buy as much Goon Wars TCG Genesis product as you can. Single cards, and especially sealed product. Silver packs under $10 are a pretty good deal. Under $7 or $8 is a great deal. All the commons, anything that's under like 30-40 cents is just a steal considering the supply. Under $1 even. NFA and hashtag ad. I am sponsored by Goon Wars, but still, that's my feeling on Goon Wars. It's what I'm doing. 3, Gods Unchained, long-term hold, 3 to 5 years, meta staples, collector staples. I could do a whole video on this, and I probably will in the near future. But yeah, for the long-term hold, for the people looking to make some big long-term plays, still think Gods Unchained has a lot of potential. It's just going to be a bloodbath for the foreseeable future. Number 4, Champions of Otherworldly Magic, Champions TCG, another partner of the stream, hashtag ad. They have the best esports as far as just cheap meta, affordable decks, tournaments every day, free to enter, $1,000 of prizes a week. It's insane. I can't believe it. They've been doing it for a while. They seem pretty happy. They seem to have plenty of funding. I don't know how the hell they do so much esports, but I love it. Number 5, Parallel TCG. You've heard me say it enough. If you're not playing to earn in Parallel TCG, if you want to play to earn and you're not doing it in parallel, I think you're fundamentally blowing it. You're LARPing. You're not taking it seriously. Get your ass in there and start doing it if that's your thing, because it's such a good opportunity. Lastly, and of course, you guys know I'll say it again at the end, none of this is financial advice, not financial advice, just me sharing my thoughts, where my head's at, the kind of things that I am thinking about. Lastly, number 6, for people moving thousands of dollars of stuff a month, where you're in that, getting into that more whale territory, get into Wall Street Kongs, buy yourself a level 10 VX or a Cyberkongz Baby, as those are the cheapest points of entry, and get the hell in there, because it is just the best resource as far as an experienced and knowledgeable community to increase your alpha levels and turn you into an absolute Giga Chad. All right, everybody. Hope that was some useful alpha for you. I don't know. Trying a few more of these marketplace-focused videos. Instead of just like Gods Unchained deck features 5 times a week, it's like we have the mix now. Gods Unchained stuff still going strong. I think you guys are hopefully enjoying that. I've been having fun still making the content. But now we got some alpha market-type content. We got some more gameplay-focused stuff in other games. I even posted a video about that silly game, a difficult game about climbing. So really appreciating the evolution of the channel. Let me know what you thought of this video. Did you like it? Was this useful to you? Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And that's all I got. So bye, bye, bye. See you later.